Slant across the middle.
Wow.
Nice one-handed catch. Just carrying defender, staying on his feet is Clutter.
Looks like he's going to get into the end zone.
Stafford at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone.
He's got one man to beat. He does. A nice ball there. Here they're going to give the ball right in the middle to a huge hole.
Send him a postcard. He's way out of here. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Coach's Field in Carmichaels, Pennsylvania for CUTV's high school game of the week between the Carmichaels Mighty Mikes and the Union Scotties. Welcome into the broadcast. I'm Stephen Ruffing, and joined alongside of me for the first time is Devin Garina. Devin, it's a pleasure to have you up in the booth with me.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be around you, Steve. You're just a great presence. You make everybody smile around you, and can't wait for this broadcast with you.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I hope the football game makes you smile as well. These two teams, their last game, Union, they're coming off a loss, as well as Carmichaels, but Union, they fell to Laurel 48-13 last game.
Yeah, they struggled getting offense on the field like early, and they scored 13 points. In this Union team, you got to get more points than that if you're facing a nice Laurel team. This Laurel team can throw it down on you, and that's what they did.
That's what they did, and of course the Mighty Mikes, they took a tough loss against, conference powerhouse in Washington, 65-0.
Yeah, you can't really help that because Washington, just offensive powerhouse, can score however they want and when they want, and the Mighty Mikes just got to deal with it.
Yeah, and here is our tale of the tape. How these two teams match up, Devin, what kind of stands out for you?
I feel like the points for really stands out for me because you look at the Mighty Mikes with 5 points, and then you look at the Union. So this is going to be a low-scoring game here. We're not expecting anything in the high up scoring. So Mighty Mikes might get an upset here if they can hold this Union team to below at least like a 5 or below.
You say that, but what really worries me about the Carmichaels side is that points against their defense, they struggled. Letting up an average 53 points per game, and then Union, pretty sound defensively. This gives Union a pretty good chance to maybe open up their offense against struggling Carmichael's defense. As you see there, Union coming on the field for finally, we're seeing the fall weather, Devin. This is some really nice football weather.
Yeah, amazing weather here. Even with the slight breeze, it just almost feels like great fall weather. The leaves are falling. Great Friday night lights for football here tonight.
Union will be kicking off to the Mighty Mikes. The Mighty Mikes will be the first team to start out on offense. Of course, the Mighty Mikes struggling on both sides on offense and defense, so we'll see how they do on the first drive. Union, Carmichaels, the kick is away. This one is received at the 25. Finally brought down, let's say, at the 28-yard line. Carmichaels will make their way out on to the field and their offense for the first time.
Yeah, Carmichaels has to get started early, try and get down the field, get that first score on the board, and then you're looking good for the rest of the game. As soon as you get that first score and you break the ice, I have a feeling that this Mighty Mikes team can put up some points.
The Mighty Mikes at the 29. Drop back for a pass. This is caught at the 35, down at the 39-yard line. A nice gain just short of the first down marker.
Yeah, great throw there. And just great catch. Way to gather yourself, not look upfield too early so you don't drop the ball. Great play by the receiver there, getting to the outside, trying to get that first down. I believe he might have got the first down too. So, yeah, just moving the ball up the field is what this Carmichaels team needs to do.
I'm surprised they went through the air. I thought for sure that this team would stick to the ground. That they do. They do pick the first down up on that one. Still going, putting his head down, gaining about 4 yards on that run.
Yeah, this Carmichaels team, maybe that's what they need to do is switch some things up. And this past game, even that first pass, even though it was only one pass so far, it looked like the line held their blocks and the receiver ran the right route and caught the ball and got the first down. So maybe they just have to switch it up a little and see what they can do.
Jonathan Lilly in the backfield. Drop back is Kelly. Kelly at the 50, past the first down marker, down at the 45 in Union's own territory.
Yeah, just great poise by the quarterback there. Just dropping back, two-step, and throwing it right in the breadbasket of the wide receiver.
William Piper with his first reception of the game, picking up that first down for the Mighty Mikes with 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Moving them down the field at the 46-yard line. Kelly gets the snap, pitches it out to Lilly. Lilly brought down. He's still on his feet, finally brought down by a mass of Union players. No gain. We'll call it a loss on that run.
I feel like they should use Kelly to their advantage. He's making some good passes early on in this game. Kind of looking like Phillip Rivers with that Charger emblem on their helmet there. So maybe they can get some magic going.
And we'll see. Kelly under center. Jonathan Lilly in the backfield. One receiver all the way to Kelly's right. At the 47, there was a loss of 1 on that run. Lilly gets the hand again. Finds his way out to the right, finally brought down with a gain about 3 on that run.
Yeah, Union just needs to be able to recognize the play before it happens. Good defenses always recognize the play before it happens, and they can swallow it up really, really quick, especially with those runs. You can't let them get to the outside like he almost did there for a big gain.
4-yard run, third down. Third down and 7. The Carmichaels offense tested early on a long third down. Handoff is to the fullback, number 32, Hunter Fulthofer. Fulthofer not picking up the first down. The Carmichaels offense will stay out there. The ball is on 43-yard line. Still a few more yards to go.
Yeah, at this point in the season, you have to take risks to get wins, and this is what this Carmichael team is doing early in this game, trying to take some risk and hopefully get some points on the board first.
And, you know, with no wins on the season, you'd have to think they're at what else? You know, there's nothing to lose. Point as Kelly is brought down for a huge loss and a turnover on downs. Union Scotties will come out on offense, but like what I was saying, you go for that because if you're Carmichaels, you have nothing to lose. You know, not the most ideal start for them. They haven't won a game yet, so, I mean, you're going to want to try some new things out on offense.
And looking down at the roster for Carmichaels, there is a lot of freshmen, sophomores, and a couple of juniors in there, maybe a couple of seniors. But this is a young team, and if you can make chances early and do good in these last games of the season, it could be good for your future.
The give to Flowers. Flowers makes his way to the right, still on his feet, finally brought down. And we'll see if they give him the first down. A nice run by Flowers.
Yeah, great run there. Try to bust it out to the outside and get that first down, which he did. Honestly, the Union front line looked really, really good there. Just no penetration whatsoever on that front line, and we'll see what they can do here.
Tyler Benedict under center. Hands this one off again. It's Flowers with the give. Makes his way to the left. And finally pulled down at the 40. A gain of 6 on that run.
Yeah, Michael Flowers, he strikes me as an outside
Early
guy,
on,
like more like Matt Breida or like Darren Sproles, one of those little fast outside running backs. And if he can get a hole and get on the outside before anybody can get to him, he can get a big gain.
Yeah, and like I said, the struggling Carmichael's defense, you know, it's tough to keep up with that speed on the outside like that. So we'll see Michael Flowers, I'm assuming, a lot in this game. Scrambling out, finally going long. He has a man. Incomplete. Good defense by the Carmichael's defense, but that ball was still a little overthrown.
Yeah, great defense by the Carmichael defense just to be there and get him a little jolted at that point. and almost get the interception there if it wasn't tipped. If he just clearly missed the ball, that would have been an interception for Carmichaels. But great defense on the passing side. Now they just need to stop this run, and then they'll be in good shape for the rest of the game.
Tyler Benedict in the shotgun formation, scrambles to his right, has a man past the first down marker, and a couple yards more, finally brought down, pushed back a little bit. That'll give him the first down.
Yeah, that there for Carmichaels, just keeping him in front of them was the good play there, not giving up the deep ball, but you got to get up on the wide receiver there on that one and make sure that he's not past that first down marker and hold them. But now they giving up the first down, and this Union team's looking to score.
Yeah, making some progress down on the field. 7:30 left in the first quarter. Tyler Benedict in the shotgun formation, back in the T formation. Hands this one off. This is number 4 for Union, finally brought down out of bounds, dragged down out of bounds, is Clark.
Yeah, Clark with that one, he kind of just really didn't have any other choice but to get those few yards and deal with it, because there's no way, unless you break a couple tackles, you're getting through that big line of defenders there from Carmichaels. Way to stop them from getting more yards and getting potentially a first down, because breaking it to the outside, as you said earlier, has been a struggle for this Carmichaels team. So let's see if they can get a stop here.
A gain of 5 on that run. Tyler drops back again. Has a man down the field wide open at the 25, at the 20, flips down at the 19.
Yeah, that's just a miscommunication there by this Carmichaels defense. You could see maybe in the replay here, one of the corners is all the way back, and both of them actually sag back at that post route. So one of them needs to be aware and come up and take the halfback coming out the backfield there.
Union's offense rolling right now at the 18, 1st and 10, 6:35 in the first half, or excuse me, the first quarter to go. Tyler drops back, scrambles to his left, feeling some pressure, finds a man at the 10, pulled down, gains a couple more yards, brought down him at the 6. And check out this replay on our third camera down there. Look at this one. Nice pass right in your face.
Ooh.
What a shot we have down there, down on the sideline. Mr. Danny Beck, our veteran senior down there.
Great shot there, and you saw the pressure there by Carmichaels. All you have to do is lay out for that tackle and try and get him down before he gets that throw off, and you'll be in good shape.
This one's handed to Flowers. Flowers finds his way out to the right, finds a gap into the end zone, is Michael Flowers, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, great burst of speed there. You saw right in the middle of that play, he kind of busted outside and got the touchdown.
And it is a holding penalty. Michael Flowers found some space, arguably because of the hold. Let's see, Devin, can you see anything here?
Right there, the shoulder on 34. He held his held 34 shoulder pad there. So yeah, that's just a bad mistake by the Union team, and this Carmichaels team gets a second chance at stopping this Union team. So let's see what they can do and if they can stop this offensive mission that Union is on.
And if Elijah Johnston wasn't held on that play, I mean, you immediately stop Michael Flowers from getting to the outside, stopping him from that scoring chance. Now the Scotties back on the attack. Tyler drops back, has a man to his right. Jackson Clark down just shy of the first down marker, down at the 12.
Yeah, great recognition there by the quarterback on that one. Just getting rid of the ball to the wide open receiver. You had nothing deep downfield, so might as well pass it to the wide open receiver that's right to the outside and gain a couple yards instead of just throwing it away or making us potentially a stupid play.
Second down, 11.
Union offense getting their orders from Benedict. Benedict has a man to his right in the backfield. He is in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his left, 1 lone wide receiver to his right. Benedict fakes the handoff, scrambles to his left. He has some room, has some space at the 10, stiff arms a man, and he runs out of bounds at around the 7. Another potentially great shot from our camera 3 down there on the sideline. There it is.
In the beginning of this play, it started off, he was behind the center and then dropped back to shotgun, so that kind of threw Carmichaels off a little bit there, but as you can see, he's making a positive play out of something that could have potentially been worse.
And there he is, the man making all of this happen on offense, Tyler Benedict. 4:46 left in the first quarter, and Union has had possession almost this whole entire quarter. Benedict drops back, looking downfield, finds a hole, has some space, tries to shove a man off, jumps over a man, finally brought down. He had no one in the end zone, had to take that one himself, and that cost this Union team.
Yeah, as you can see in this replay, he could have been down in the backfield right there. Just dive for the tackle, 88. You got to put your heart on the line there for that one. And it just shows that this Carmichaels team needs to start putting more effort so they can get these good stops, which it is 4th down now, so you did have good coverage, but that sack would have been huge, and now we're looking at a potential 4th and goal play by Union.
Benedict sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, looking towards the end zone. Makes a man miss, scrambling once again, feeling some pressure. Has a man in the corner. That's caught. No. Incomplete. Almost a nice catch by Jackson Clark.
Great defense by Carmichaels here. And this replay by Danny Beck, just insane. He is wide open the whole time and right there. And then he just knocks it right out of his hands. Number 26 looking down at him like, you're not scoring on me today.
Almost kind of like a Moss there, except the Carmichaels defender got his hand up there. But, you know, early on in that play, Clark was open. He was waving his hand. He was trying to get his quarterback's attention, but, you know, smart play by Tyler Benedict to wait. He wanted him in the end zone to make that pass.
Yeah, and roll out because the pocket was collapsing there on that one. So he needed to do something with it, and that's what he had to do.
And you know what? Tyler Benedict showing some fantastic urgency so far in this game, because so far almost every single play that pocket's collapsing immediately and, you know, forcing Tyler Benedict. Thankfully for this Union team, he's elusive, so he can get past those defenders, find the open space, and try to find an open man. And you know what? Carmichaels got lucky on that last drive from that holding play. Union did score, but it was taken back. Carmichaels on offense now. Kevin Kelly brought down at the goal line, looks at the 1-yard line. That could have been a nightmare for this Mighty Mike's team.
Yeah, that could have been a real nightmare. As you can see in the replay, just 3 Union players unblocked, untouched until the end of the play when he's already getting tackled. So it's just this Carmichael team needs to block for their quarterback, and at least if they're trying to pass the ball, keep the pocket open for him so he can look down the field. That time he couldn't even look down the field. He was looking at 3 Union players running straight at him. So good thing that he didn't get the safety there, and let's see what they can do on this one.
And at that point, you almost just have to stand your ground. You can't let them push you back any further. Try to go down at that goal line. The pass is away. No one home. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Jonathan Lilly. So far, Carmichael's kind of go-to receiver and kind of running back.
Yeah, you can see there on that one. It was the pocket collapsed in like less than. I looked down at the paper and then I looked back up, and he was already almost getting sacked, and he just threw the ball away on that one. He just didn't want to get that safety, and that's great. Great recognition there by the quarterback, but this Carmichael's line needs to give him some breathing room.
And now Carmichael's going to set up Union for fantastic field position. They're deep into their own end zone. And the punt is away and just straight up. Union is going to have the ball, let's say, at the 10-yard line.
Wow.
I mean, you set them up perfectly
Yeah.
for a nice offensive drive.
And this Carmichaels defense really needs to step up on this drive, let alone every single drive. This is probably the most important drive because you do not want to give up those points after missed opportunity on offense and the special teams.
And now look at the Big 7 conference. You see Union struggling down there right below Laurel that they lost to just last week. That Big 7, that's a tough one as well. A lot of good conferences in Western Pennsylvania football. Benedict hands this one off. To the left is Flowers. Flowers finds his way, cuts into the middle, bodies his way all the way down at the 2-yard line, setting up Union for an even better position to score.
Yeah, this Carmichaels team needs to get, as soon as you touch him, you have to get that first tackle. You can't arm tackle him. There's a lot of arm tackles I see, and you can see some people frustrated going for the strip at that point because they know that if it keeps going, they might potentially get a little tired and give up a touchdown.
Yep. And you know, you speak of players being tired. You know, these small schools, players are playing both ways. So you'll see some players get gassed. Benedict hands it off to Flowers again. Head down, stopped by the Mighty Mike's defense.
See right there, great tackle there. Not an arm tackle, wrapped him totally and brought him down in the backfield there. That's just a great play by number 79, wrapping his arms around him and getting in the backfield for the tackle.
Jacob Shaw on that tackle, and you know what, on our broadcast, the linemen, they don't get enough recognitions, just how fast-paced the game is and us being unfamiliar with the players in the teams. You know, they don't give enough recognition, but, you know, these guys, they come in, they perform day in and day out, and Jacob Shaw showed there on the defensive line coming up with a big stop. Now Benedict will take this one himself, and Carmichael's defense stands up, stands their ground at the goal line, denying this Union team.
Yep, Jacob Shaw again with a huge tackle in the backfield. There he is right there, and breaks through 2 blockers there and just pulls him back. Just crazy tackle by Shaw there, and that's just what this defensive line has to do to win this game.
And you know what? That's just pure dominance from Shaw right there. He grabbed him by the hips. I don't know if you could see that on the replay. He grabbed him by the hips, and he just pulled him. He just pulled him straight back. That is just pure strength from Shaw. Benedict takes it himself again. Jacob Shaw again with a big stop, and almost the same exact scenario, wrapping those arms around the waist and dragging him to the ground like a rag doll. Look at this one.
Yeah, he just gets in there. You can see he's excited. The swipe, he doesn't get the first down. No touchdown for this Union team so far. So that'll be the end of the first quarter.
And that it will. End of the first quarter, 0-0. More action between Carmichaels and Union after this quick break on our high school game of the week.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Scoreless here at Coach's Field. Look at him. Big Jacob Shaw. 3 stops in a row at the goal line, denying this Union team of a touchdown, and they were knocking on the door, Devin.
Yeah, he's one of those players, too, that you were saying earlier. These small schools play both sides. He plays defensive line and offensive line. As you can see, he's going out for the offensive side for Carmichaels. So he's just an overall, all-around player. And he just puts his heart into this defense, too, as well, as you saw on the last drive.
Yeah, a lot of credit to those soldiers in the trenches. And you know what? They stay on offense. Union gets into the end zone for a Scotty's touchdown, Michael Flowers.
Yeah, great run there and great recognition by Flowers to get to the outside. It's wide open on the outside, and you can't really stop that on the goal line. Especially sweeps is one of the most scoring plays on the goal line if you don't go right up the middle. So those power plays don't really work unless you go to the outside.
And we've seen all game Flowers make his way to the right and to the left. You know, he's clearly an east and west runner instead of that north and south, but he has the breakout speed. You know, when he gets to the outside, if you give him space, he's going to make you pay. Now the kick is up, and the kick is just short. Finally, some points on the board. This on the Union side, the extra point was missed, 6-0. We'll take another quick break here on CUTV on our high school game of the week.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
A scoreless game no more. The Union Scotties with a run from Michael Flowers make this game 6-0, Devin. We got some first quarter stats, and you know what? Jacob Shaw totaling 4 tackles in that first quarter.
Yeah, they were big tackles too, and some of them I thought were sacks, but he must have broke the line of scrimmage there. The quarterback must have. But the thing that stands out to me the most is Carmichaels only 2 first downs, and they only had 2 drives.
Yep.
They need to start getting first downs and getting the ball up the field so they can score. But this Union team showing you with 5 first downs and the touchdown that they can be a threat on offense.
And now a look at the interstate conference. Carmichaels at the lone bottom with Brownsville. Brownsville still has a little leg up on them. Carmichaels playing an extra game, that's why. But you see McGuffey and Charleroi right now up at the top 2. They play each other tonight in Washington. They take on Beth Center, so 2 fantastic games going on right now in the Interstate Conference.
And we actually have a person out there at the Charleroi game, Dylan Godet. So hopefully we can get some nice footage from that, and maybe on High School Roundup we can have some nice footage.
Yep, we'll see those highlights next week on High School Roundup. That was no gain on that run by number 26, Jones.
Yeah, this Union team isn't really baffled or surprised by this Carmichaels offense, and that's what Carmichaels needs to do, is surprise them. Hit them with a trick play right now. You're already down 6-0. It's the season. It's 0-8, and as you can see here, he's rolling out to the left and breaks one dude's ankles and runs right out of bounds. So you got to switch it up here at one point and throw in some trick plays. Maybe get some nice plays from, as you can see from the NFL. They just trickle down in the trick plays. Even college, a lot of college teams are doing trick plays to get key wins, and this could be a key win for Carmichael.
Yeah, and you know, it's a momentum swing as well. Kevin Kelly just shy of the first down. It's 3 yards to go for the first down. Kelly takes it himself, plows his way through that line. Looks like he will pick up that first down. And Kevin Kelly right now taking this offense into his own hands.
Yeah, he's putting the team on his back right now. He wants to get the first W of the season. He wants to feel the win. He is a junior, I believe, and if you're a junior right now, you're on the back end of your high school career, you're trying to have some success, and that's what he's trying to do right now, showing people that he can do what they need him to do.
Yep. And the play didn't even start. Already a flag thrown. The second flag of this game. 10:40 left in the first quarter.
Football foul. Full stop.
And Carmichaels just set back after a big momentum switch from Kevin Kelly, and now that kind of just sucks all the air out of this drive.
Yeah, on this drive, this is what I'm saying. You got to throw a little trick play in here, maybe a little flea flicker. It's old school, but it works.
Yeah.
You'll get somebody open downfield, and as long as you have the arm strength to get it downfield, maybe get a score on the board and hopefully get that extra point and go up 7-6.
Devin Garina, trick play specialist, should be the offensive coordinator. Down here, a big stop, back at the 30. It will be a loss of 2 yards.
Right there, that was almost a trick play. It was a little reverse here and almost a fake pitch. So I think he got a microphone of me in his ear. He's listening.
I think so. Where's this headset connected to? What's going on here? And now another flag comes out. So get comfortable, folks. The flags are starting to come. They're starting to rain down. The second one in about a minute span.
We have a block in the back on the offense. At 10 yards, remain first down.
Right there, a block in the back on the offense. They're just setting them back even more. Look at that right there. You can see it. Number 79, as we were talking about Shaw, he puts his heart for this defense, and he doesn't make mistakes, but right there, a silly mistake by him, and it's just set back.
And, you get that, maybe Shaw is more adapted to the defensive line and, throwing him on offense, it could mix things up. So, you give and take when you have a small school like this. Kelly drops back, has a man, intercepted. A flag on the play, a beautiful catch. It might be in the field of defensive pass interference.
Yeah, for me, I thought they were going to throw it right away. It kind of seemed late for me as a defensive interference that you can see him kind of push off a little bit on the replay if we have it. But right here, you can see this call.
We'll see it after the referee's official call. Yep.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
It's a 15-yard penalty. And Devin, here's that replay. You get a good look at it. And right there, you do see a little push off. You see the wide receiver fall to the ground. But still, what a catch that was. Could you imagine?
Honestly, if I'm him right now, I'm in the salty phase because that's one of the best interceptions that this Union team has probably had this year. And just crazy to see it get taken back and first down and 10 for this Carmichaels team.
The silly, mistakes on the defensive side. Pitched out, finds some room at the 40, dragged down, fights his way to the 43-yard line. Gains about 3 yards after the contact.
Yeah, and even with that interception, I wouldn't doubt not seeing it on the top 3 plays in high school roundup. So.
Gain of 5, second down, 5.
Good run there from Bailey Jones. Still Carmichaels trying to figure something out on offense. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. 9:30 left in the first half. Kevin Kelly under center. Pitch out to the left. The 40. Bailey dragged down. Bailey Jones dragged down.
Jones on the carry.
Yeah, Union doesn't want them to get any sparks of excitement here. As you can see right here, he kind of spins off of him, but he gets dragged back down by 4 Union players that just pile on top of him. They just want to put this Carmichaels team away early so then they can focus on the next game and maybe try out some new things against this Carmichaels team so they can improve on it for the next weeks.
Jackson Clark came up with the tackle, the freshman on the Union side. We saw him a couple times on offense. Finally breaking 3 is Carmichaels. Number 25, Jonathan Lilly, finally brought down at around the 40-yard line. A nice gain, about a 13-yard run, excuse me, a 23-yard run.
Yeah, great play here, as it was almost a trick play. It's that same sweep, fake pitch there, and you can see Flowers on both sides of the ball here getting that tackle and making sure he doesn't get that first down, or that touchdown.
Again, a handoff brought down at the 41-yard line. Excuse me, the 38-yard line.
Jones on the carry.
Yeah, as I'm hearing in my ear right now, it's a very flex mode offense, this Carmichaels team. So maybe they do throw a little trick plays in sometimes, and we just don't see it. It's just the way that they are set up and the formation they're in kind of makes it look like it is just a run up the middle or it is a fullback dive. So we'll see what they can do here and see if they can finish it off with a touchdown.
We'll see Carmichaels at the 38. A give up the middle. Not much of a gain on that play. Jonathan Lilly, the running back on that one.
Yeah, this Union team just needs to keep them to their place. It needs to let Carmichaels know their place, and Carmichael's just trotting down the field here, making it look easy to get these first downs. As we were talking about earlier, only 2 first downs in the first quarter. And now I think on this drive alone, 2 first downs. So we'll see if they can convert this one.
Bailey Jones in the backfield gets the give, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, brought down, gets the first down with maybe an extra yard on that one.
Yeah, and they do convert here, and this is just great blocking by the Carmichaels offensive line. Look at that. He breaks one tackle, spins off, and it's just the secondary comes in and cleans up for Union, and that's just a habit that I see in this game so far for Union. If the front line doesn't get him, the secondary immediately right on top. So let's see what this Carmichaels team can do and keep doing.
First down, 10, Mike.
A 1st and 10. Coming up for the Mighty Mikes, 6:45 left in the first half. Kelly scrambles out, drops back, has a man down the field, just too much on that one, incomplete. The intended receiver is Jackson Clark.
Great route.
William Piper.
Yeah, great route by Piper here. Just right over the middle, good post route. He kind of threw off his back foot there, and quarterbacks never want to do that, throw off your back foot, but great route by Piper there. And you got to lay out fully for that one. He kind of laid out at the last second. It was a little too late after it tipped his fingertips. So let's see.
You know, and just an inch off that ball, and that's right in the breadbasket. Kelly hands this one off, digging his way up the field to the 29-yard line. Got a gain of 3 on that run.
I have a feeling if they can fake this run up the middle here and do the little option that they have on the outside, Union will not expect that at all. And even if the quarterback will get hit right away, he can pitch it to the outside to Jones, and maybe he can get a big gain, maybe a touchdown. So we'll see if these trick plays can trickle into this game here. It's going to be a key factor in this game.
6 minutes left in the first half. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Mighty Mikes. Voigthofer with the last run on that one. Kelly fakes the give, scrambles to his left, looks down the field, a plethora, and it's intercepted by Union. More specifically, number 10 doing his best on offense and defense. Michael Flowers with the interception.
Yeah, right here I don't see what he sees, but kind of a bad throw there, trying to just throw it down, throw it away. You never want to throw it into the defender's hands, even if there's a chance of it getting intercepted. You want to throw it away, and good quarterbacks need to recognize that, or need to be able to recognize that, and he just did it there and threw it into the arms of the defender.
And it almost looked like he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but it was just low and about a foot off the sideline. You know, I didn't see any intended receiver, but either way, Flowers gets the give. Flowers stopped in the backfield, a loss of 1, and Jacob Shaw in the middle of that action once again.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier, maybe he is accustomed to this defensive side. Maybe he's not so much of an offensive lineman, but a defensive beast. And right here, 26 gets the first, and he gets the assisted, make sure he doesn't go anywhere after he breaks that
And you
tackle.
know what? I think I give Shaw the full tackle on that one, because Flowers, he broke that initial tackle. He slipped right out of the arms, and Shaw was just right there. And might both get the tackle on that one, but I give a lot of credit to Shaw. Scrambling out is Benedict. Benedict feeling some trouble as a man behind him being brought down, throws it out of bounds. That could have been trouble. Michael Stewart was knocking on the Union offense door. a flag is thrown. Not sure what. It was way after the play.
I don't know if this is anything like NFL, but they would have called roughing the passer here, I believe, because it is the lower half of the body here on the QB. So
intentional grounding coming up. And, you know, we came into this game expecting, you know, not the prettiest football, but right now it's been a defensive battle between the two sides.
Yes, that is right. And here you can see the coach making sure this defense is focused on 3rd and long, making sure they can get this. Coach Ryan Kroll, he's making sure that they can get this stop so they can set their offense up for a potentially good field position with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Carmichaels will kick off to Union in the second half. So Carmichaels wants to get those points on the board. 5 minutes left in the first half. Benedict drops back, feeling some pressure again. Throws way over the head of his intended receiver, bringing up a 3rd and 21.
Pressure again by number 7, Mike Stewart.
Great defense there, making sure nothing is open for Carmichaels. This Carmichaels team, it's 4th down. They need to get the offense going and hopefully score before half, maybe even run the clock out till halftime so they can only be down by 6 if they don't score. So right here, all you want to see if you're a Carmichaels fan is either running out the clock and potentially getting a touchdown or just going into halftime down 6-0 and nothing more.
And the punt is away. Carmichael's waiting at the 40, bringing it to the 35. And this will start the Mighty Mikes off in some decent field position on offense with 4:55 left to go in the first half.
Yes, indeed. And as you can see on the screen, CUTV_PA is our Twitter. And Colin was walking around earlier taking some pictures for Beat Boop Fast. I believe it's number 5 now. So be sure to check that out and check out my daily or weekly jump that I have in that Beat Boop Fast. But as you can see here, Carmichael's trying to get it going here right up the middle, and second down, I think they're trying to run out the clock here. They really want to keep the wheels churning and get first downs, get the first downs and get the clock running at all times. They do not want to go down. They do not want to go into the locker room down 14-0. Depending on the extra point.
Right, exactly. Carmichaels at their own 33. Fakes the handoff, finds a receiver, brought down at the 30.
This surprises me. This Carmichaels team, you said earlier, very rush-heavy team. And here you could see just dominance in the air for Carmichaels and being able to pass the ball really well as they push. He just keeps pushing the pile and he breaks free. Wow. Oh my goodness, for the first down.
Breaks free, finds his way to the 15-yard line. Running that hurry-up offense, Carmichaels was. What an impressive play there, Devin.
Yeah, you can see here every single person on Carmichaels wanted this first down, and you can see the result because look at this. Breaks the tackle. Almost, if the Union player was not there and didn't recognize that the play wasn't dead, he's getting a touchdown on that one.
And a handoff now again, down at the 10, staying on his feet once again, plowing his way through. My goodness, down at the 3-yard line, should have been down at the 10.
Wow. This Carmichaels team is showing heart right now. This is heart. This is the definition of heart in football. Your running back is getting tied up, and they don't blow the whistle. You want to get them pushing. You want to keep it going so they don't blow the play dead. And that's exactly what this Carmichaels team, and maybe they can get this touchdown here before half and get some points on the board.
A keep by Kelly. Kelly. A stampede of Carmichael players into the end zone is Kelly. Carmichaels find their way on the board. Right now, this game is tied at 6, pending that extra point.
As you can see, Kelly just rubbing all the defenders off the front of his jersey there on that one. You can see again he gets stuffed in the backfield, but 3 players and Shaw getting in on it, pushing forward into the end zone to get the Carmichaels touchdown, as it looks like they will go for 2 on this, and hopefully they can get this and go up 8-6.
And that's something you see a lot in smaller schools, in high school, not having those kickers. And Carmichaels might be shy of a kicker on this one. They will stay out there. Kelly with the give, fake handoff. He got it. Carmichaels gets that 2-point conversion. 3:05 left, 8-6. Carmichaels took the lead. We'll see if Union can respond right after the break on our Game of the Week.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Welcome back, everybody. Coach's Field. Carmichaels, the Mighty Mikes, they took that 2-point lead over the Union Scotties, 8-6. Devin, what a wild, most absurd, obscure offensive drive that I've ever seen. 2 runs in a row where they should have been down at one point but gained another 10 yards.
Yeah, that 3rd down was the pivot point of that drive. And it was, I think, 3rd down and 5, and he just ran through the hole, and all the offensive linemen behind them, as soon as he got stuck together, pushed him forward about 5 yards past the 1st down marker. So it's just crazy to see the heart that this Carmichaels team has. And Union needs to answer back. They need to whip out that turnover chain and need to get stops on defense and get scores on offense.
And a stop in the action, halting this. The kicker didn't have a mouth guard. And before Coach Ryan Krull went out there, I saw him rip a mouth guard out of a player on the sideline. I saw him rip a mouth guard out of his mouth, and he ran it to the kicker. You know, I'm
a little unsanitary, but
a little unsanitary.
But you need to do what you need to do to get your players on the field.
Onside kick.
And a very short kick on that one. Devin, real quick, let's take a look at that touchdown, and right after it, the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, right here, you can see what we were talking about earlier. They're just pushing him into the end zone. As you can see, they're all excited for that touchdown and getting this 2-point conversion, putting the icing on the cake with that one and the cherry on top.
Now, the Scotties, with 3 minutes left in this first half, have a chance to maybe secure a lead going into halftime. Tyler Benedict and his offense on the field for the Scotties. Benedict rolls to his left, has a man down the field. Ball is loose. Carmichaels picks it up at the 40. Down at the 30. Keeps going past the 30. We'll say he's down at the 27. What a huge momentum turn right before halftime for the Mighty Mikes.
Yeah, Union. There's not much you can do here except for hold the ball. You can see he turns and takes 2 steps, so he has control of the ball. It's just a great tackle by the Carmichaels team and great awareness to pick up the ball and know that it's not an incomplete pass.
And Bailey Jones, full credit to him, that man right there, picking that ball up, being aware of what's going on, taking that ball up, taking the Mighty Mikes to their own 26-yard line. Just under 3 minutes left, and the Mighty Mikes have a chance to extend this lead going into halftime. 10 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10 for the Mighty Mikes. A flag is thrown. right after the right after the snap.
5 yards, first down.
This one was offsides on the offense. This will take them back 5 yards.
Yeah, as we were talking about earlier, Union, we were talking about them having a turnover chain. Carmichaels bringing out the turnover chain with that fumble return. Just amazing heart by this Carmichaels team, not giving up. And even though they are the underdogs in this game, they don't look like it right now.
Inside give, wrapped around, still on his feet, down at the 30. Number 25, Jonathan Lilly on that run. And again, Lilly breaking a couple tackles on that run right up the middle, Devin.
Yeah, right up the middle there, and it seems like they do not want to get tackled. This Carmichaels team does not want to get tackled, and the offensive line doesn't want them to get tackled either, as you saw from the last drive. They just push them forward for the first down.
It's usually what happens on offense. You don't want to get tackled, huh?
Yeah, exactly, but these guys are little slippery slopes over here and slipping through some tackles, and here, as you can see, man over the middle and overthrown there on that one, but if you... The wide receiver needs to keep running his route and not give up on this one.
Way overthrown by Tyler Benedict. Carmichael's offense stays on the field. 2 minutes left in the first half. A 3rd and 13 for the Mighty Mikes. They have a lot of ground to pick up.
Actually, Kelly on that throw. Benedict is on Union's team, but... kind of a little rusty here. It is Steve's last game, so all the emotions are flustered, and this game is a little bit of a surprise here.
The pitch out to Bailey Jones. Bailey Jones brought down at the 25. About a 4-yard gain gets them back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, that play on 2nd down, that pass, really crucial. You at least want to get a couple of yards on a 3rd down, especially when it is 3rd and long, or 2nd down, especially when it is 2nd and long. You want to set yourself up for at least half-decent 3rd down there, and they just had to work what they had to work what they had, and that pitch was probably the best designed play for that time.
Rolling clock right now. Carmichael's forced to call a timeout as that play clock was winding down to 0. 1:14 left. Carmichael's, they're on their own 25. A 4th and 9 coming up. Trying to get some more points going into halftime. And right now, unfortunately, we're not live on on YouTube. But after tonight, maybe next week, it will be uploaded to CUTV Sports 1, our YouTube page, where we put mostly everything that we do.
Yeah, anybody can watch, too. That's the good thing about YouTube. Pretty much anybody can watch, except for, I believe, North Korea. And I just want to shout out my dad, who tried to watch the game today live, but unfortunately we did not have the cell service or the service at all to press out live stream from this location. But overall, great game right now. Carmichael's looking like the big dogs right now, and Union need to step it up.
Yep. The Mighty Mikes putting mighty true to their name. 1:14 left in this half. Kevin Kelly and his Carmichaels offense will stay out on the field. A 4th and 9. Kevin Kelly pitches this one outside to Bailey Jones. Bailey Jones, there's your trick play. Devin down the field, no good, incomplete. Fantastic defense by Union.
Yeah, great defense there. Union, I think they tapped into our interactions here because they heard us talking about it, and the trick play there almost a successful trick play if he didn't get his hand in there. Just great defense by Union, and let's see if they can march down the field with 1:06 left to put some points on the board and get this lead back.
That is what you were looking for this whole game. That's your little flea flicker that you were looking for, Devin. You finally got it. Union looking like they're going to go for it all with 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Tyler Benedict hands it off. About a gain of 1.
Yeah, Clark there with that run, and nothing you can really work with on that one. The line basically collapsed. This defensive line for Carmichaels really getting the pressure in on not only the quarterback, but all the run plays that Union has been running in this second quarter. So let's see if they can get another big stop here.
Again, 3 receivers out there for Union. Screen pass to Anthony Neely. Neely makes his way up the field to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, this Carmichaels crowd really getting into the game, as we can hear from the press box here, as the official, as Union calls a timeout here on that one. But yeah, this Carmichaels atmosphere here is really, really good. We can hear from the press box people yelling, oh, there it is, get the tackle, push him. It's just really, really nice to have an atmosphere like this, and just amazing game so far.
Yeah, it has been a defensive battle. 13 seconds left. Union took the timeout. Again, you see our CUTV Sports 1 page on YouTube. But, you know, defensive battle, like I said, the clock has changed to 17 seconds, but, you know, kind of hearing the fans, being up close and personal with them kind of gives you a different aspect of what's going on in the game, kind of gives you the look of, you know, what's going on in the stands. You know, you can hear the hundreds of referees in the stands as well.
Yes, some might call peanut gallery, but sometimes a peanut gallery is good for when you can't see everything.
Now Union stays on the ground, cuts up the middle. Michael Flowers finally brought down. The clock stops for the first down, and we'll see if, yep, the Scotties call another timeout. 10 seconds left, and do they airmail this one?
Yeah, he almost broke free on that one. Took me by surprise there, as Carmichael's team was took by surprise on that one. But luckily that the secondary can get the tackle. And for me, if I am Union right now, I'm going to have to full send it right into the end zone, because that's what you need to be back up in this game and keep the lead.
Union will get the ball after the first half, going into the second half. Follow us or like us on Facebook, California University Television, and another outlet where you could find most of our content.
Yeah, the Facebook page really reposts stuff from the CUTV Sports 1 YouTube page, so if you miss it on YouTube, you don't have notifications turned on, then Facebook will update and will tweet out some of the shows that we do, like High School Roundup.
Union stacking 4 wide receivers, a man in motion. A total of 5 wide receivers out for them, and they go short. This one is Michael Flowers, finds his way past the first down marker. The clock wasn't started, so we'll see where this one goes. High school football at its finest, Evan.
Yeah, you can see the atmosphere changed drastically as now the fans are yelling. But in the beginning, it looks like Benedict was lined up as a wide receiver. There's nobody in the backfield there, so I kind of struck me by surprise. I thought it was going to be like the Colts play when they only lined up with the nose guard or the center and the quarterback there, and they snapped it. So that kind of took me by surprise, but don't know what they were going for on that one.
Devin, you're still a sophomore this year. Still have 2 more years left of this, but you're going to see something different every single football game, and chalk that one up as something different.
Yeah, me being from the eastern side of the state, I don't really see this WPIAL-like offense and this WPIAL-like defense and the special teams and all that. Just the whole game has changed. Even the atmosphere here, it's totally different from where I'm at, from home, and from where I'm at, it's basically like more of a pass heavy, and around here it's more rush heavy. So,
yeah. 5 seconds left to go in the first half.
As you saw in that one, you were blessed with our social media guy, Colin Kirkwood. That beard, he's supposed to shave it because California University of Pennsylvania did get the W against IUP. So he is supposed to shave off the beard and just go mustache guy, but see if he owns up to his bet.
Yeah. Again, another unusual formation. Tyler Benedict finally drops back, pitches it out. Devin, you're getting all your trick plays. Michael Flowers, we'll see if he stays back here. Looks like he's going to launch this one down the field. And that ball just falls to the ground. Union trying to catch Carmichaels sleeping, I guess. That's the first one I've seen. Union doing everything they can to get another touchdown before that first half ends. But it will just stay the same as it was. Carmichaels 8, Union 6. Stick around for the halftime show with the bands right here on CUTV for our high school game of the week.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Are you a visual storyteller? The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide on-site training as we help you develop your skills as a visual multimedia storyteller for the Cal Times newspaper and CUTV News Center. To learn more about visual journalism opportunities and join our team, visit our media production facility in the Natali Student Center or email the Cal Times at caltimes@calu.edu.
Welcome back to Coach's Field for Carmichaels homecoming. Sit back and relax, enjoy the homecoming festivities as well as the Carmichaels Mighty Mikes Marching Band.
Heather Baker. Nikki Jasky Underko. Joey Rodovich Smith. Tiffany Zussman Miller. Dee Dee Watson Virgili. Stacy Chambers Baroli. Natalie Margaret Ray. Abby McMinn Macheski. Anna Pascuso Baker. And the coaches, Rob Cole and Dave Briggs. Let's give them a fine hand and welcome back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You ready to experience a blast from the past as the Carmichaels Area High School Marching Band brings you hits from the 80s. Under the direction of Senior Drum Major Noah Strike and Junior Drum Major Claire Dursa, tonight's show consists of I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Centerfold by the Jay Giles Band, and Take On Me by Aha. Welcome to the field, the 2018-2019 Carmichaels Area High School Marching Band.
Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? Watching a football game, what can I say? Mr. Maskell? How are you, sir?
Yeah, brother.
Hey, total respect for that man.
If only he knew.
Total respect.
Talk.
You know why I did it? It wasn't because I could sing or like singing. That, they were all on. They came in the trips.
Yeah.
All the trips we got to go. I got to get a birthday card, cheer point, all kinds of stuff.
And he's all the way on the third. Very last one on the right now.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Are you a visual storyteller? The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide on-site training as we help you develop your skills as a visual multimedia storyteller for the Cal Times newspaper and CUTV News Center. To learn more about visual journalism opportunities and join our team, visit our media production facility in the Natali Student Center or email the Cal Times at caltimes@calu.edu.
And the second half is just about underway here at Coach's Field. Carmichaels, they have the 8-6 lead over the Union Scotties. Welcome back. I'm Stephen Ruffing, and alongside me is Devin Garina. What an interesting first half of football that was, Devin.
Yeah, very, very interesting. A lot of plays that I've never seen written up before, let alone played out. So we'll see if Union can come back in this game and get the lead, but Carmichael's looking really tough right now.
Yeah, and if you want to just go over these halftime stats, what we saw in the first half, Devin.
All right, yeah, right there, as you can see, Union getting off on the right foot, getting that touchdown right away. Michael Flowers, one touchdown with 38 yards on the game right there. Bad mistake by Kelly with the interception. And right here, you can see the heart Carmichaels has pushing their quarterback into the end zone for the touchdown. A big thing in this game was first downs, and Carmichaels ended up tying the thing with the amount of first downs that they got in 8, and Union has 8 as well. As you can see, our director, Gary Smith. Now director is Danny Beck. So we will see if Gary can get some sick shots down there.
Yeah, Gary, a man of the people. Now he has to be down there on the sidelines. He's usually switching, just like you said. But about 2 minutes away from kickoff between these two teams, and Devin, not really, what we expected, out of the two sides. We expected a fast game, and it has been just that. A lot of plays on the ground, but something that kind of threw me off is both sides kind of going through the air a lot more than I anticipated.
Yeah, this seems to be a win in the air type of game, because running on the ground in this game will get you 1 touchdown, maybe 2. But to get that lead and to get that cushion and maybe the win, it's going to have to be through the air in this game.
Yeah, and we saw a prime example of trying to go on the ground when Carmichaels stuffed Union at the goal line thanks to Jacob Shaw. It has been a defensive game. The low score can prove that, but just that push and that hold from the Carmichaels defense was rather impressive.
Yeah, and that just shows the heart of this Carmichaels team trying to get their first win of the season. And trying to stay on top in this one.
Yeah, Carmichaels is last, dead last with 0 wins. Almost tied there with Brownsville, but Brownsville hasn't played as many games. Carmichael has 1 game up on them, but if they keep playing like this, they could potentially squeeze out a win and maybe move up in the Interstate Conference.
And not to speak too early, but this third quarter is a place where a lot of teams can break or make this game. So Union could have a big break in the third quarter, and this Carmichael's team might just slack off in the third quarter if they went into halftime thinking this was pretty easy to score a touchdown and get some stops. But we're going to have to see if Carmichael still has the same discipline as they had in the first half.
We will. Carmichaels will be kicking off to Union to start off the second half. The second half is just moments away.
This Carmichael's team really needs to stay in the air. Other than that push from the offensive line, they have had some good times in the air other than the one interception that was oddly thrown by the quarterback. Might have just slipped out of his hands there because he looked like he was throwing it out of bounds. No intended receiver there, but as you can see, Carmichael's getting ready to kick this ball off to Union.
109 total offense yards for Carmichaels. 104 total offense yards from Union, and Union looking like they're going to pick up where they left off in the beginning of the first half, where they were driving down the field with ease on this Carmichael's defense. And then finally Carmichael's defense got adjusted to what Union was throwing at them. And the kick is away. And a squib kick received at the 40, just brought down at the 40.
Yeah, on that one, I think they're just trying to catch him off guard, maybe get the ball, and they have the lead, so run the clock out. But if this Union team needs to be in the air for this and maybe get some play-action plays, maybe talk about, like we talked about those trick plays. It almost worked out for Carmichael's with that pitch pass that was unfortunately for Carmichael's knocked out of the hands of the wide receiver, but fortunately for Union, saving a touchdown. So let's see if Union can bring it down the field and score.
Tyler Benedict and his offense. Michael Flowers, the man in motion. Benedict, a low snap, looking to go through the air. Passes it to his left, caught. That's Michael Flowers, brings it in at the 45. Excuse me, that was not Michael Flowers.
Yeah, but nevertheless, just a great throw there. Maybe could have been a little better if you threw it to the right a little more inside on that one so he can turn up field, but kind of tripped over himself a little bit and dove for the catch there, kind of losing some yards a little bit. But let's see if Union can make up for it on this play.
And a run on the ground at the 50, making his way past the first down marker. Drops at around the 47.
Yeah, great play call by this Union offense. Getting it to the outside, working the ball to the outside, because that's what Flowers loves to do, is get the ball to the outside and just turn it upfield, as we saw in this game twice now. He's been breaking out for big runs, and one leading for a touchdown as he breaks out.
11 minutes left in the third quarter. This one just started early on. A handoff again to Flowers. Flowers finds some space, pushes forward, past the first down marker at around the 39.
Yeah, this Carmichael's defensive line looks exhausted. Looks really, really exhausted, as you can see. Playing both sides is not an easy task for any player, no matter what condition. So we're just going to have to see how this plays on Carmichael's offense, too, as well, because some of these defensive linemen are offensive linemen.
Going through the air now, a little screen pass at the 45. A flag is thrown, at the 35. First down picked up. Depending what this flag is,
That flag was thrown right as he was hit. I'm not sure what the call is on this one, but right as he was hit. Maybe he was out of bounds and we didn't see it, so maybe a late hit, or it could just be holding on the offense here. But I'm kind of shocked that they threw a flag in that situation.
Offensive pass interference on the Scotties. This one will move backwards.
All right, let's see on this replay where this was at. You can't really see where it happened. It could have been earlier in the play, maybe just a late flag there. But for me, didn't really look like offensive pass interference for me. If it was, it had to have been outside that first 5 yards, and that was basically a 5-yard catch, so I can't really tell where the offensive pass interference would be. But nevertheless, second and a long haul for this Union team.
Tyler Benedict back at the 40. The ball is on the 45. A long way to go for this Union offense. 2nd and 17, 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Benedict drops back, goes through the air, has a receiver, it's caught. The receiver's past the first down marker, beats one, has open space. One more to beat at the 5, into the end zone. Union takes back that lead.
Great pass here by Benedict, just throwing to that outside shoulder here, as you can see on the replay. Amazing replay by Gary Smith here, following the ball and right to his outside shoulder, stiff arms one and turns up the field. And Benedict adjusting from his last pass that he kind of underthrew there and throwing it perfectly there on that one.
Anthony Neely, the man for the Union side, responsible for that touchdown, and also a fantastic pass. Going for 2 into the end zone, 4-2. Now the score is 14-8 in favor of the Union Scotties. 9:47 left in the third quarter. We're going to step aside for a quick break here on CUTV. Game of the
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Are you a visual storyteller? The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide
Carmichaels will field this ball at the 35-yard line. Trying to get this offense rolling, picking up right where they left off after that first half.
Yeah, trying to get the ball working here. And maybe try something new here if you're Carmichaels. Throw it in the air. Go long. You've tried twice, and they both worked out, just unlucky. Great coverage by Union. Maybe right now you can catch them sleeping because they are up and have the lead.
Yeah, and we'll see Carmichaels. Just explosive defense from the Scotties, holding them to a loss on that run.
Yeah, just great defense by the Scotties. And look at this, just straight hit once and then 15 Union players, some of them coming off the bench to tackle this guy. As you can see, just swarmed by Union players. But Carmichaels needs to get somewhere with this ball in this drive so they don't get too far out of this game.
Under 5 on the play clock. Kelly drops back, fires this one. Oh, almost caught, but incomplete. The intended receiver, Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, just unlucky there. Just had hit it right in his bread basket and just dropped it. I don't know if it's a little moist out there, if the ball is moist, but, you know, if the ball is wet, that plays a factor.
Some cold, damp air. That ball very well could have been moist, Evan. Kevin Kelly drops back, fakes the handoff, scrambles to his right, decides to take it himself, has some yards. He's at the 45, now at midfield. At the 40. Stiff arms a man past the 30, down at the 25. What a run by Kevin Kelly.
Great run there. Way to make something out of nothing. And that's what coaches love to see from their quarterbacks, making their own plays. Maybe not like a Phillip Rivers-esque, because Phillip Rivers would not run the ball in this situation. More like a Lamar Jackson-esque run there with that one. But if he breaks that last tackle, he's gone for the races.
Kelly pitches this one out. Up the field. No gain on that pitch out.
Yeah, just a offensive line breakdown there on that one. Defense kind of just read the play and knew what was going to happen. Great read by Union, and this Carmichaels team looking a little bit more mighty after that little burst they just had.
Yeah, fighting their way back in this one after Union took that lead. Under 8 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Kevin Kelly gets the snap, hands this one off. Couple yards, and down at the 24. We'll say 23.
Yeah, for this Carmichaels team, Kelly doing it all. Trying to get it through the air, running the football himself, getting their only touchdown of the game. Just great leadership by this junior, and great offense by this Carmichaels team so far.
Bailey Jones in the backfield. Fake handoff. Kelly goes to the air. Just at the feet of his intended receiver, incomplete. Bringing up a 4th down for the Mighty Mikes.
Just a little underthrown on that one. Kind of need to gather your feet a little bit more, square up in the pocket, and throw it straight to the tight end who was wide open on that play, or at least had a little bit of space to work with. And Carmichael's looking to go for it here.
Yep.
If they can convert, this could be a really big drive for them.
And you know what? Like I said, you know, some of these teams lacking a kicker, and you're not gonna punt, you're not gonna kick in this situation. Why not go for it? Kelly decides to go in the air, launches it out, too much for his receiver. Falling incomplete, Union will take over with 7:06 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, not much you can do on that one. You don't want to throw it too soft so it's an interception, and you don't want to throw it too far, which he did. But getting rushed by this defensive line that Union has is just crazy that you have to get the ball out of your hands in a millisecond, because that's how fast they're breaking through your line and getting to the quarterback.
The Scotties march their way back on offense, trying to extend this lead against the Mighty Mikes. Mighty Mikes failed to convert on anything on that offensive drive just moments ago. Tyler Benedict under center. Drops back, screen pass, complete. At the 30-yard line, pushes forward past the first down marker, down at the 35. Well past the first down marker.
Yeah, that little burst that he had to go right over the first down marker line here, as you can see on this replay. He gets the screen pass, busts to the outside and kind of burst up. Gets a little hit stick on that one. and gets the first down. So Union looking to put some more points on the board here. Looking a little scary.
Yeah, the Union offense right now clicking on all cylinders. On 5 seconds on the play clock, Benedict gets the snap. As a whole, finds some space, has to scramble to his left, just runs out of bounds. Gaining about 2 on that run.
Yeah, that last drive was very, very important for Carmichaels, and they needed to convert on that one.
And Tyler Benedict, when he doesn't see anything downfield, he decides to take that one himself. He's elusive, only picking up 2, but could have been worse. He could have been dropped in the backfield. Benedict, once again, under center, 2 players behind him, 1 man in motion. Benedict hands this one off. This is Flowers. Flowers fumbles the ball. The ball's loose. Union picks it up, staying out there on offense. That's another fumble caused by the Mighty Mikes.
Yeah. Carmichael's really flexing that turnover chain that they have, but kind of wasn't a turnover, more like a forced fumble, and just needed to pick that one up for the confidence of this Carmichael's team. Maybe just a boost, a little surge that they need for offense to get this thing going.
They do need something going for Union. 3 men in motion. Benedict drops back. Fires this one. He has Flowers. Flowers halted at the 41, bringing up a 4th down for the Scotties.
Yeah, and 25 getting a little extra with the words there after the play. You kind of want to be more humble if you're this Carmichael's team being down 14-8, and you just want to keep your head in the game. Don't let it get personal, because as soon as stuff gets personal, then that's where potential suspensions come into play. So,
and some penalties, you know, those mental errors, the mental mistakes, that's what really gets you, and that can affect the way a game goes. Union coming up to punt, and that could have easily went the other way if Carmichaels gets flagged for that. The punt is away. Drops at the 34-yard line where it touched a Union player. 4:46 left in the third quarter. The Mighty Mikes bring their mighty offense onto the field. They need to make up some ground to try to make up for this 14-8 lead that Union has.
all right, here was that last touchdown from camera 3's angle, and just crazy throw here and crazy touchdown after basically almost getting stopped in the backfield if he doesn't break that tackle and stiff-arming somebody to get to the end zone.
That was Anthony Neely. Now Carmichael's on offense. A huge loss on that run from number 32, Hunter Voigthofer.
Yeah, this Union defense not letting them go anywhere on the ground. A couple drop balls in the last drive that Carmichaels has had, but other than that, they did look good with the passing game in the air, so why not keep it going on this one? Even when you have a passing game that allows your quarterback to run, like last drive.
And straight up the middle to the 40-yard line is Jonathan Lilly. Jonathan Lilly with about 5-yard gain. Yeah, we'll say 7-yard gain on that one.
And great replay right in your face. Gary Smith doing a great job down there. He can do it all. We're going to have to get him up here in the booth.
A seasoned veteran. Kevin Kelly and his Mighty Mikes offense. Kelly scrambles out, finds some space, has to get going, but he finds some trouble. Can't find that first down marker. 4th down coming up.
Even in this play, it is a gain of yards. And running the ball right away isn't really getting them any gaining them any yards. And even just writing up a pass play and letting your quarterback do what he needs to do, it's just what you'd like to see from this offense.
A timeout is called. Ryan Kroll talking to his Mighty Mike's team, trying to figure out a way to get back in this game with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They're marking this one to see if it's a first down. And you know what? It looks like they're going to give it to them. The Mighty Mike's offense will stay out on the field.
Yeah, that was just a great play by the quarterback there to get the first down, and a great play call by the coach there.
It was picking up that first down. This one is handed off. Runs into a plethora of Union players. Brought down with a huge loss was Bailey Jones. Devin, if you want to, excuse me, no replay on that one. Just a huge loss, but there was no gain. It looked like there was might have been a loss of yards on that one.
Yeah, this Union, like I was saying earlier, Carmichaels needs to be able to run the ball. Their offensive line needs to make some holes for the running back to go through. But if not, draw up a pass play, and Kelly can get some yards.
Another run play for the Mighty Mikes on that one. Just a pitch out to Bailey Jones. Fighting his way, breaking a couple tackles. Getting a lot of contact on that one. The ball is at the 48. 3rd and 6 for the Mighty Mikes. 1:30 left in the third quarter.
This is a big drive for Carmichaels here. If they get this first down, going into the fourth quarter with the ball will boost their confidence, and hopefully they could get the touchdown or maybe take the lead.
Yeah, he's into some trouble, slips his way through the middle. Union Scotties find Kelly and bring him down, bringing up a 4th down for the Mighty Mikes.
Yeah, at this point in the game, if Carmichaels has to punt here, you don't really want to give up this field position with this much time left in the game so Union can work. You want to get the ball as far away from their goal line as possible, and that's what seems to be happening on this play.
The punt is away. Almost blocked a nice punt. Drops back to the 20. In some trouble. Dropped at the 20. Union will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Seemed like there was a whistle blown a little early on that one. I don't know if they thought he called a fair catch or something, but
it looked like he wanted to run that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to take that one back. And is that a flag in high school if you call the fair catch but you end up running the ball? I know in college you get flagged for that.
Right. And honestly, I just don't think that he called the fair catch. And the referees stopped it as if he were to call a fair catch. Carmichael's schedule, only 2 more games left after this one. Both conference games. They're at Fraser next week, and then their final game. What a matchup that is, Brownsville and Carmichaels.
Yeah, that's going to be a battle, a gritty battle. It's all defense in that game. Looks to be an exciting game.
The Scotties on offense. Tyler Benedict, a man to his right and left. He goes to his right, scrambles out, finding some trouble, slips away, still on his feet. Needs to find something, just rolls out of bounds. Picks up 4 yards off that run. 12.6 seconds left in this third quarter.
He had great recognition here that there's nothing out there, nothing left. So he just points at the dude that needs to be blocked. Didn't get a block there, but just runs out of bounds after stiff-arming Mighty Mike there on that one.
Michael Flowers with the give. Makes his way past the 25. Let's say he stopped at the 26. And that will conclude the third quarter. Union with that 14-8 lead over the Mighty Mikes. One more quarter to left between these two teams. We'll try to figure out the end. Coming right up here on CUTV's High School Game of the Week.
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Belle Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
Pennsylvania. Union Scotties are in town. And they do have that 14-8 lead, but something that isn't football. Devin, something that we do almost every game. Is the hot dog score more like the concession stand score? I did have the hot dog. And I don't know what you had there, but you saw their score, a pretty high score for the Mighty Mikes, 9.85.
Yeah, the burger that I had was really, really good. And
wow,
the
big
nacho.
reception there. Sorry, Devin, by Union on offense. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all
play
good.
got started rather quickly.
Yeah, but as we were saying earlier, we can smell the concession stand from here because it's right beneath our feet, and it's just mouth-watering.
Yeah. Devin over here, drooling over his headset right now. But looks like they're going to call that one, yeah, 1st and 10. For some reason, I thought they got a lot more on that pass. But ball on the 47. 1st and 10 for Union. Benedict drops back, feeling the pressure, has to scramble out to his left. Finds someone, he got him. At the 40 is Michael Flowers. Michael Flowers controlling the offense right now, powering his way past the first down marker. Down at the 37-yard line.
Flowers here, not open at his first route. Cuts back to the quarterback when he sees pressure, which is a great recognition by the wide receiver. And right there gets the catch and runs out of bounds after the spin move. Kind of gets thrown out of bounds there, but yeah, great play by Union.
Union still back on offense. Tyler Benedict, Flowers to his left, 2 men in motion. A flag is thrown. The flag hits the Union player.
It's unnecessary roughness on the ref
Yeah,
there.
on the
I would have
referee.
caught that.
Yeah, where's Coach throwing his flag at the ref? This one is on the Mighty Mikes, moving the Union forward. And Devin, you know, these penalties in crucial time in this game.
Yeah,
Carmichael's
another game that was crucial that had penalties was the Belle Vernon game that we did earlier in the year. I think it was a total of 46 penalties, and this game looking a lot similar to that game.
Benedict brought down at the 31-yard line. A decent gain for him. Give him 2 yards on that one, bringing up a 2nd down.
Yes, we get another whiff of this concession stand here, but this replay on that one, if Flowers would have jumped over both of them, I think he would have had the first down. Maybe a
more.
little Saquon Barkley-esque little shout out to Danny's team.
Tyler Benedict in the backfield. Under center, has 2 men in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, drops back. He might have a man. Tipped and dive. Oh! Just out of the hands of that receiver. Number 88, not listed on the rosters that we have. 85, still not listed.
Yeah, and this replay right in your lap if we get it from camera 3, and we do. And just right in your lap there. Tips it up to himself, almost catches it again, but hits his face mask, and that's where he loses it.
That second bounce where his arms kind of drop to the ground, knocking that ball loose. 3rd and 3 coming up, 9:52 left in the 4th quarter. A Union player almost jumped on that one. Flowers with the get. Flowers with the first down. Flowers with more. Pushes his way past the 15. Down. Still up. Finally brought down. Let's agree on the 13-yard line. Maybe the 14. A huge gain from Flowers.
Yeah, something in this game that really shocked me is the refs don't blow their whistle right away when you get in a huddle like that. Usually when you see a huddle like this and it's kind of stagnant right here, you'll see one of the refs blow their whistle. But I guess from the Carmichaels' luck that they had earlier in the game, their heart, they just gave Union that chance to push forward.
You know what else it can be? These smaller teams, fatigue, getting tired. It's a constant battle out there playing both sides. Benedict hands this one off to Jackson Clark. Clark still pushing forward, finally brought down. Brought down at around 7-yard line.
Yeah, Union just wants to take as much time up before they end up trying to score here. If you have an easy score, then take it. But other than that, shave some time off the clock. And if you get a score here if you shave 3 minutes off, 5 minutes to go, then you're looking good and you're sitting pretty in this game.
Up 2 scores as well.
Yep.
Union, on paper it all sounds so easy, but Union still struggled earlier in the game, earlier in the first half to get past this goal line defense from the Mighty Mikes. Tyler Benedict keeps it himself, pushes his way forward, only picking up a yard or 2. A 1-yard gain, a 3rd and 2 coming up for the Scotties.
Yeah, this goal line defense from Carmichaels just buckles down really in the red zone and especially at the goal line, but let's see if they can stop them.
We really haven't seen Union try to go through the air in these kind of situations, in the red zone situations. Maybe that catches the Mighty Mikes off guard. Someone looked like they jumped. Flowers brought down at the 6. And who else but Jacob Shaw?
And surprisingly, no flag on the play. Maybe he didn't break the plane. Maybe he just jumped a little, but I still believe that is a flag encroachment, as they would say in NFL. But you can see he's just excited because he's been doing this all night at the goal line, especially stopping them from scoring.
Yeah, and Jacob Shaw just racking up the tackles in this game. Like we said, these linemen don't really, get enough recognition on our broadcasts, and we will be the first ones to say it's difficult to keep up with all the players, and being unfamiliar with the teams doesn't help. But Jacob Shaw, how a standout he has been against this Union team, and Union.
And here's the CUTV schedule. This game right now that you are watching, Union at Carmichaels. Our next game, October 19th, West Mifflin at Ringgold, which Ringgold is on the rebuilding stage of things this year, as you would see if you watched our show, High School Roundup, on CUTV Sports 1. And the Fraser at Beth Center will probably be the best game that we have at the tail end of this schedule.
And that's one of the bigger rivalries in WPIAL football. Fraser at Beth Center. Beth Center, a really good team right now. They're playing Washington right now, and I haven't checked any scores as of late, but last time we checked at halftime, Charleroi was up on McGuffey. We're not sure if anything changed in those games. I'm sure they did.
And actually, Gino Pellegrini has gotten hurt in that game.
Wow.
As we were informed by Dylan Godet. So
be a huge loss, a bad snap. Flowers loses controls over Flowers' head, and luck is on Carmichael's side with that one.
Yeah, Carmichaels needed a prayer, and they got it answered right here with that one. Little bit over snapped there. He recovers it, but it doesn't matter because it was 4th down, and that's turnover on down.
Carmichaels takes over on offense. Plenty of time to do something. They need to pick up some first downs, try to drive down the field. With the spot they're at, if they can drive down the field, they can knock off a good chunk of time and still work their way into the end zone. A pitch out up the right side. This is Lilly. Excuse me, no, this is Jones. Picking up the first down, and he's going to move those markers. That's exactly what the Mighty Mikes need.
Yeah, they need this, and the pitch to the outside, always a great play with an outside running team, and Carmichael's asserting their dominance on the ground early on in this drive. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Kelly passes this one. He got a receiver at the 30. A 5-yard gain.
Yeah, great quick pass here. Right to the outside and catches the ball. If he would have stayed up, maybe gained a couple more yards, but other than that, great pass and great play call by Carmichaels.
Kelly drops back. Another little screen, has a receiver. Picking up the first down. He might be just shy of the first down, but right now, Carmichael's working their way up the field. It is a first down.
This is what they need to do, and they needed to do this all game. Short passes seems to be the kryptonite for this Union team. And maybe if they get these short passes going, Union might slack up and might cheat a little bit, and they could get a big play.
Kelly under center. Pitches it out. This is Jones. Jones to his left. Jones picks up a few. He's at the 40, brought down maybe at around the 41, picking up 5. Give him 4.
Yeah, great pitch here and great way to seal off the end there by 32. Kind of tries to take on 2 people there, but got 1 block and got him a little bit more yard.
Kelly hands this one off. The running back passed the first down. Jonathan Lilly on the ground picking up the first down for the Mighty Mikes. Excuse me, that was Jones once again.
Yeah, just great play here. Squeezing in between everyone and carrying a defender on his back past the first down marker. Looking to score here, this Carmichaels team.
That's what I said. If they can make their way down the field, they already took 2 minutes off the clock. 5:30 left in this ball game. Carmichaels charging their way down the field. Pitch out to Jones. Jones makes his way to the right, past midfield. Picking up maybe 4 yards on that run.
Yeah, right there. That's basically the best play you can do. Lower your shoulder, get some positive yards. You don't want to cut back downfield and try and make a play out of that one. You just got to deal what you have, and 4 yards is better than a loss of anything.
Yep. 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, actually. It's him again. Jones pushes his way past the first down marker. A 1st and 10 coming up for the Mighty Mikes. Thank you to Bailey Jones.
Yeah, feed that man.
Yep.
He is on fire right now, and if he can somehow get this Carmichaels team their second touchdown of the game and the lead, he's going to have a phone call on the sideline.
Kevin Kelly under center. Hands this one off inside. Has some room. Finally brought down is number 25, Jonathan Lilly. No, excuse me again. Jones on that one. Those inside handoffs right there are getting me. Nope, that was. So difficult to see where we are. The 25 and the 26. 6. That was Jonathan Lilly on that last run.
Yeah. Nevertheless, almost first down, second and short.
Second and 2. A pitch out to Jones. Jones to his left, another first down for mighty Bailey Jones.
This man is on fire right now, and you cannot stop him.
Nope.
So,
what? I mean, I'm just looking at the clock, Devin. Now there's 3:30 left in this game. The Union defense just collapsed.
Yeah.
What a drive this has been. I believe they started at around the 15-yard line.
Yes, they did, and they've just been working this clock and basically just getting it done and getting what they need to do, which is first downs. They've had some critical third down situations here, but they've converted. Yeah. And that's just the key to this Carmichaels offense and getting the score in the late drive.
All thanks to Bailey Jones. It's basically been him this whole time. I remember one that went to Jonathan Lilly, and really that's about it. All of the rest have been Bailey Jones. Mighty Mike's. Jones again, up the middle. He's brought down at the 30.
And that time just gets swallowed up on that one.
Yeah.
And just collapse of the offensive line there. Maybe a little fatigue there because the offensive line has been working hard, making some nice holes for Jones to run through. But let's see if they can keep it up here at this late drive here with only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game.
Fake handoff. Kelly keeps it himself, finds his way to the left, out of bounds, just short of the first down. A third and short coming up. Kevin Kelly with some speed on the outside.
Yeah, as you can see right here, he breaks one tackle, and then he just goes straight for the run. Doesn't need to waste any more time looking upfield because he knows that nothing is there. Goes straight for that first down. Ends up being a little short, but nevertheless, it's better than nothing.
Yep. Just short is better than nothing. Better than a loss, that's for sure. And pushing forward is the Mighty Mike's offense. Looks like they will pick up another first down.
As this crowd really getting into it here.
Turning heel on the referees right now.
Yeah. The cowbells ringing.
The sure sign of high school football. The cowbell.
Yep.
The Mighty Mike's still on this mighty drive. Jones out to the right, still on his feet. Breaking tackles, brought down at the 15-yard line. Jones all over this Union defense right now.
Yeah, they have no do to stop him as I think Union or Carmichaels. I think Union called the timeout here.
Yeah, there's a player down for Union.
Oh, on this one. So hopefully that player is good. Maybe it is just a cramp because this cold weather is a big thing on your body, and you need to stay hydrated for this one. As you can see, players getting hydrated right away.
And the player is up. The player that was down was Miguel Joseph for Union, walking off on his own power. So you could see him in the background on that one.
Yeah, but you can't slow down this Carmichaels team. Even with that injury timeout, they're just ready to go. They're already back on the field, almost lined up. And this Union team isn't even out there yet.
No.
So we'll see what this Carmichaels team can do. Already ready at the line.
And fatigue just setting in for this Union defense. 2:15 left in the ball game. Carmichaels has a very good chance to go ahead in this game and force Union to try and score in a short amount of time. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and 5 seconds to be exact. Carmichaels on the 16-yard line in Union's territory. A handoff to Jones. Jones breaking some tackles, pushing his way forward. He's just shy of the first down, but gets a good chunk of yards.
Yeah, if he didn't get tripped up on that one, that would have been it. A longer gain of yards here. Right here, he gets tripped up over the defender, and the other defender wraps him up, but he would have just jumped over the defender or bust to the outside a little earlier, then he would have had a touchdown.
A flag is thrown. This could be a crucial flag. Depending on which way it goes, 1:30 left. That was a huge third down situation. A flag is thrown. Encroachment on the defense. This pushes the Mighty Mikes forward. Devin, everything had to go right for this Mighty Mikes offense. They started this drive with about 7.5 minutes to go. There's now 1:30 left in this game, and the Mighty Mikes push their way to the 6-yard line. A 1st and goal for the Mighty Mikes.
This is a mighty miracle if they can pull this one off, because they had it at about the 17 or the 15-yard line on the other end, and now they have it at the 6. So let's see if they can score here.
Jones with the carry. Pushes forward just shy of the end zone. There's some hands going up. Let's see the final call for the referee. He says they're short. But a yard short. 1 minute to go. 1 yard to go to take the lead in this game. What a comeback. You said it perfectly.
Yes.
A mighty miracle in Coach's Field. But the miracle not in fruition yet.
Yes. And this is where Carmichael's heart is shown on this one. And as you can see on the sidelines, everybody is getting hyped up. The whole crowd is erupting right now.
And now, timeout called by the Mighty Mikes. 39 seconds left. Devin, this is going to be an easy answer because I know my answer. What do you do if you're Carmichaels? I say keep the ball in Jones's hand.
I say that as well, but if you can sneak in a QB sneak with Kelly, we've saw what that has done before. Even in the last touchdown, he's pushed his way in, and the line can just get behind him and push him into the end zone here. So I think they're going to go for a QB sneak maybe. But the coach talking to his team right now.
What do you think he's saying? I mean, he just kind of keep your heads in this one. You're that close to finishing this one off. I mean, unbelievable, just the heart that this Carmichaels team put into this game.
Yeah, this is unbreakable mentality here with this one. Their defense has stepped up. Their offense has stepped up to the occasion. If they score this touchdown, I'm saying give the game ball to Jones.
Well, they tie it. If they score, they would still have to kick that field goal or go for 2. Or this game stays tied. 39 seconds left. Pushing forward is Carmichaels. In the end zone, the Mighty Mikes find their way for a touchdown.
And like I said, Kelly, QB sneak. The line pushes them forward past the goal line there, getting the touchdown, as you can see on this one. Pushes forward, and everybody collides behind him and tries to lift him up into the end zone, and that's exactly what they do, is get the touchdown.
And Devin, the drive isn't over yet. Carmichael's going for 2. And a timeout is called. The suspense continues.
This game has been a miracle in Coach's Field because this Carmichaels team put their heart out in this game, even stopping Union at the goal line for 3 consecutive downs. It's just amazing to see the heart.
Yeah, and, you know, it just has to pay off for them in the long run. They still have to go for 2. You know, this Carmichaels team doesn't deserve to go into overtime. They deserve to win this game here. And
yes.
What do you do? Do you still give that ball to Jones for the 2-point
In
conversion?
this situation, for the 2-point conversion, I wouldn't necessarily go for the QB sneak as they did at the goal line. So I would definitely at least maybe get a sweep out or do that fake sweep that you've been doing with the little fullback dot. Inside handoff in the flex formation. Or maybe fake it this time and do the option play that I was talking about earlier. This
Take
could
that
go
handoff, let Kelly run to his left. I mean, he's bound to find something in this playbook. Here we go. 33 seconds left. 14-14. Carmichaels just ended the most miraculous drive with a touchdown, and now it can pay off. Kelly under center. Kelly hands it off to Jones. Jones in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Carmichaels takes the lead. A mighty miracle indeed.
Yes, indeed, Steve. This is a great drive by Carmichaels. This is exactly what they deserved, putting their heart on the line. Jones, give that man a drink because he is tired right now.
Man, he has to be. An 80-plus yard drive for this Mighty Mike's team pays off with a 2-point lead. Thanks to that man, that bad man right on your screen. Bailey Jones had himself a 4th quarter, a 7-minute drive. That's unheard of, Devin.
Yeah, that is a bad man, as you said. Somebody needs to keep him in check because he is hothead right now.
On homecoming nonetheless. Finding some homecoming magic for this Mighty Mike's offense. And you're really not going to see a better drive than that. And I said it in the beginning of that drive, Devin. They were in deep into their own zone, in their own end of the field. And I said they needed a perfect drive. They needed to get into the end zone, run out that clock, and that only gives Union a limited time to score, and they have 33 seconds. So if you're Union, you got to get this kick and immediately go down and try to get your offense on that field.
Yeah.
Seconds away from this kick. The kick is away. It's a squib. And you know what? You know, just those kickers. The kickers are an X factor in high school football. Carmichaels is going to have to call upon their defense to step up big. That ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line.
And here we look at the touchdown again. And just pushing into the end zone.
And the 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion to tie the game up. Just insane. And Jones, insane this game.
And here we go. Tyler Benedict in the shotgun formation. 32 seconds left. Ball on the 48-yard line in Union's territory. Benedict finds a man at the 45, brought down just shy of the first down. 24 seconds now.
Yeah, over the middle there. That's kind of a questionable call by Union because you kind of want to work the outsides in these situations, get out of bounds, not waste a timeout. But as you can see here, the replay just over the middle and taken down in the middle of the field, and they have to waste the timeout now. So Union, not really a smart play there, but getting yards.
Yeah, you got to get those yards, an 8-yard pickup off that reception. 24 seconds left. Now at Carmichael's 44. And I still can't get over that Carmichael's drive.
Yeah, insane. Jones, mama, there goes that man, as some people would say.
And that ball was in Jones's hands. 95, if not more, 95% of that drive. I only remember really one run by Jonathan Lilly and maybe a run to the sideline by Kevin Kelly, but that's about it. We're talking only 2 or 3 plays out of that drive where the ball wasn't in Jones's hands. Nonetheless, Union still fighting their way back. Benedict drops back. 20 seconds left. Benedict feeling some pressure. Shaw had him. He finds a man. Steps out of bounds just before that 30-yard line, picking up the first down. Now Union having themselves a drive. Now with 17 seconds left. Look at Shaw. Look at him. He's
going straight for the ball there on that one.
Yeah, he was, and he got a little bit of it. He got some contact on Benedict. Almost made that ball fall incomplete.
But Union making things juicy in these last 20 seconds of this football game.
Yep.
We'll see if they can have a miracle themselves.
And a flag is immediately thrown. We might have a free play. Benedict feeling pressure. Benedict gets the ball away, incomplete. There was a flag thrown before that ball was snapped. We'll await the call, but Carmichael's defense stepped up big time.
Looks like it is a false start on the offense here. Let's see if they accept or decline this penalty.
An illegal formation on the offense. And the Mighty Mikes have to be happy about that one. They get a tough break for the Scotties.
Steve, if you are Carmichaels, what are you doing in this situation? Are you putting everybody back, sagging off, or are you just playing how you've been playing the whole game?
I don't know. I think you have to, drop your secondary back deep. I mean, 11 seconds, there's only so much you can do if you're this Union side. You have to airmail this one, and the pass has been successful so far for Union. Tyler Benedict and his offense trying to regain the lead. A low snap, under 10 seconds. Benedict looking downfield. He has some pressure, finds someone at the 30, immediately runs out of bounds. Only 3 seconds left in the game.
This is going to be a crazy last play here, Steve. If you're Carmichaels, you do not want to get any type of penalty here. You do not want to jump off sides. You do not want to have any type of unnecessary play here. But Union, you're looking for a miracle pass.
Something. Yep, they're looking for something.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers type Hail Mary throw
Tyler
here.
Bennett and his offense. The fans paid for their full seat. They're only gonna need the edge of it. Tyler Benedict drops back, fires it deep. Deflected and almost intercepted. The Mighty Mikes win this ball game after one of the most impressive drives I've ever seen in high school football, but there is a flag. Why wouldn't there be?
Yeah, this flag is really crucial to see if Carmichaels did in fact have a pass interference or anything of that sort, but it looks like the sideline for Carmichaels is still getting hype.
And the penalty is declined. The Mighty Mikes can finally celebrate a historic victory over Union for their first win of this season in very impressive fashion.
Yes, very impressive indeed. Jones taking it single-handedly in the last drive, and Kelly pushing it in, and that offensive line getting behind him to get that touchdown and the two-point conversion. But other than that, all I have to say is, Jones, that's a bad man.
It is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my years with CUTV. Unbelievable. An 80-plus yard drive for the Mighty Mikes.
And Jones almost comes up with the interception there at the end, too. So basically ending the game off in his hands. Very impressive game by Jones on both sides.
Yeah, unbelievable, like I was saying. But they started that drive down at their own, let's say 17, and work their way all the way up the field. Almost a 7-minute drive. Unbelievable. A mighty miracle in Carmichaels. That's all we have for you. For everybody in the truck, everyone a part of this fantastic game and production, we thank you, our director Gary Smith and Danny Beck, and for Devin Garina, I'm Stephen Ruffing. Thank you all so much for watching this incredible matchup. Incredible win, 16-14 by Carmichaels. Until next time, everyone, have a great night.